So I did explain why compression of data is often necessary when transmitting across a network. So compression is when you reduce the file size of one or more files, and this can be done either two ways, through lossy compression or lossless compression. So lossy compression is a data method where you compress the data by eliminating parts of it. Normally the image quality is sacrificed to decrease the size. Some examples of lossy compression are JPEG, MPEG, and MP3. So there's advantages and disadvantages. Advantages is it reduces the file size, but it also keeps audio quality and sometimes image quality. And the disadvantage is it can sometimes add complications and may have errors in transmission. So lossless compression is where the data is compressed and then can be perfectly reconstructed. The simplest way to visualize this is run length encoding. So I wrote a little 1 till 9, and as I'll explain in the next slide, this can be a disadvantage because when you run the run length encoding, it makes it bigger, which will not be. This depends on the data within the file, but that's one of the disadvantages, is that sometimes it can make it bigger. And examples of lossless are PNG and GIF. So an advantage is that there's no loss of quality, but the file size will be less than a lossless. Slight decrease in image file size, but a disadvantage would be larger files than if you were to use lossy compression. So, Antonio, what is compression?
Compression can be either lossy or lossless, and it is when you make a piece of data and make it smaller in order to transfer it.
Andrew, what are two types of compression?
Lossy and lossless.
Felix, what is an example of lossy?
JPEG.
Felix, what's an example of lossless?
Said GIF. GIF.
Paolo, which one's better?
It depends what you're trying to achieve. Lossless will retain the image better than lossy, but lossy will compress more.